Sorry, James.
Get the battery for now. No, it's okay. Has anyone got a chew or something?
They used to that.
Where is it?
I know. I just want to say, because a lot of people think all politicians are the same. So I just want you to have a good look at me and Martin. Do we look like politicians to you? No.
Did you see what they did?
Anyone see?
Listen, if I speak out, can you hear? Can you pick it up on the mic?
Yeah, go on. Just
Yeah?
shout nice.
Okay.
You seem right anyway.
Yeah, I'll just try and speak up. Okay. Right. First of all, I'd like to thank everybody for coming, and I'd like to thank Jimmy for this event. Okay. Like, we've come a good way, and because I believe passionately in what Money Free France is about. I'm also, by the way, I am a member of the TZN, so I am one of you, and it's a bit weird being one of you representing somebody else while I represent you. That's pretty weird. But what I'd like to say is that I share the idea of, technology for social concern. I get that, and I agree with that. But where we come in at the end of the day, we've got to get realistic at where we are right now, right? And where we are right now is that when we talk about politics, politics affects our lives, and we're in it, and we can't pretend that it's got to go away. And when we talk about politics, don't just think about the powers that be coming down on us. Politics is about power, and we all have power, and we all want to influence people. We want to get our message out, okay? And that's what we're about, okay? All we want to do really is go in at the local level and try, because we don't know, we're going to try our best to reach people with the message that we've got, so they can understand at their level. So we've got to go at their level to understand it. Now, I'm going a bit into it, so I'm going to try and focus on this, because I could talk a lot about it, so I've got to try and focus. So what I'm going to do, if it's okay with you, is I know there's a lot of concerns over politics, so I'm going to try and break it into a sequence of 3, just to help me really, so I can relate this to you. So the first part I'm going to ask is, why go down the council route? Why are we doing this? Okay? And that should lead on to, well, can we do it? And how do we do it? How do we get elected? And then, hopefully, I'll go on then to what can be achieved by doing that. Okay, so we come through that sequence, it's okay. So I'm going to really alliterate a lot of what Nick has just said. So I'm going to start off with, well, why do we go down the council route? Well, the first thing is, I'll just say, is that we're going in there as a vessel. We're going in there as a platform to get the message out of what you guys want, what everybody wants in the transition. To promote this message of what the world's about, and especially the inequality in the world, and that, we've got some kind of solution. Right? That's what we want to do. You know what I mean? And it's a bloody big, hard task. We know that. Okay? But what we've got, another thing is that never gets mentioned, is that our message is profoundly humanitarian. It's an absolutely wonderful message. And we don't shout that. We talk about lovely villages and this and the other, and the technological this and that. I understand all that. But at the end of the day, we're dealing with people in real lives all around the world who are crying out for help. We've got half the world in poverty, and forget them, in this country alone, people are going about the daily life in total and utter bloody stress, and they don't know why. And unless we start to do something about it, we're never going to change this, right? We're never going to do it. And another thing is, like Nick said rightly, is if we don't go on there and set the political platforms that we have a democratic and a legal right to do, we're allowing anybody else to come on and fill that gap of our lovely message with bloody crap, so that they can get that and go to the vulnerable people who are blinded by the society, who don't know the answers, and then they end up saying, well, it's the immigrants, it's the scroungers, vote for us, we'll get rid of them, and then you get the social divisions all around the bloody world. And this is what's happening. If we don't go in and tell people in some kind of, on this level, we're just leaving it all for others. Okay. So that's why I think we should go in. Now, can we get elected? Now, I'm a realist, okay. Maybe, right? But if we're going to get elected, the first thing we've got to start believing is, somebody told me this a long time ago, you've got to get your head out of the clouds and your feet on the ground, because this is where life is, okay? And the reason I'm saying that is that if we go into the communities, which we want to do, we're going to have to listen to the concerns of them people right now. Right? Now, you might not like this. If we go into that communities and start saying, jump on platforms and knock on doors and start talking about money-free worlds and big cities right now, they're going to say, a bunch of nutters on your bike. All right? I'm sorry, but that's what they're going to say. Okay? Now, don't get me wrong. That doesn't mean I don't believe we can get our message over. Okay? But what you've got to do is you've got to be clear enough. And that's what our councillors do, because I'm absolutely bloody proud of the councillors who I've got. There's one's a friend of mine. Nick's going next year, and we've got 4 of them. And what they're trying to do is absolutely bloody amazing, because it's the most hardest thing that anybody's tried to do, is to break this, to get through to people. Okay, so it's amazing. But like I said, I am dwelling on it, but it's so important this, that we've got to connect. All our ideas have got to reflect their life now. And believe it or not, we can do it. You've just got to start talking their language. Now you can guess, like, I say, I've been in the Zeitgeist movement for 14 months. Now, I don't know all you, but some of your names probably crop up a lot. And you burn me off with all this stuff, right? I've no doubt, right? You know your stuff, right? And that's fine. But we're never going to get through to everybody. Never ever think that you're going to be able to convince everybody. We're not. You cannot go out and convert everybody in the world one by one. That ain't going to happen. But what you can do, right, is you can go out and you can go to people and say, look, I'm going to go around. What's your concern? What's bothering you? Listen to them. Look at their concerns, and believe me, most of the concerns are going to be mundane, like dog shit on the bloody pavement. They'll have nothing to do with what we're on about. But these are real concerns of people. But once we get through, and they want to know, they won't give a shit what we think. We could have 2 heads and live in Mars. If we could connect with them at that level, they'll give us a chance. And then once they give us a chance, then they'll start saying, these bloody guys, they care, they want to help us. They want to help and change this, right? That's how you go about getting in there. Can we do it? Yeah. But like you said, we've got to listen, and then we've got to set up local venues where you have tenancy association, community groups, you get them round, cup of tea, biscuit, you canvass early on, 3 months ahead. Now, I'm not talking as a politician, and I might sound one. I'm getting all this advice, right, from somebody which I was so fortunate to meet, because I do other work. And this fella's done all his life as a community activist, and he will walk anywhere with somebody. He's not a Zeitgeist member, but he knows how to win awards, and he's won them all around the world. And he's like I say, he's in the Heritage Community Forum in the site. So I don't claim to know all this. I get all my advice off other people because I'm not clever. But we can do it, because if we connect, we can do it. Now, the other important thing that's in our favour is, like, at the community level, there's tons of apathy. Nobody trusts politicians. I don't, you don't. The system is bollocks, right?